did do it, so I was like, well, it does, Same. Didn't get a touch, did it? That didn't get a touch, did it? Great kill. Good in there. It's it. Getting to do some misdemeanors, so girlfriend, don't she?
His wife came over as well.
Class that. Class.
Correction, number 7 Harvey Cribb is one that's come off.
And welcome to Woodhall Lane for a Northern Premier League East match between Stocksbridge Park Steelers and Ashington. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft, and we look forward to this match. Half an hour delay due to travel problems getting here. I want to thank our coach company Expressway Coaches for making sure we did get in, and the match day secretary Dave Tyler and Ashington's officials for making sure this match was able to take place and that we didn't have to make the longest journey we make all year on a Tuesday night. So on to the game. We are here in Ashington, the home of Jackie Charlton, one of those legendary England players ever. A former coal mining town though. As history goes on, we can see some massive wind turbines just beyond the houses behind the opposite stand to us. Ashington have had a tricky start to the season, but have got a new manager in place today, Neil Gray. They'll be looking for that new manager bounce to take on a Steel side who disappointed on Wednesday night in that 3-0 loss to Bradford Park Avenue. And we'll go through the teams for you shortly. So we'll start with Ashington. It's Daniel Staples in goal, then Andrew Cartwright, Charlie Exley, Gary Ormston, Ben Williams, Paddy Almond, Wilson Nishaw, the captain for Ashington, Matthew Slocum, Michael Ndweni, Craig Spooner and Andrew Johnson. The bench is Jack Kamada, Harrison Clark, Cameron Gascoigne, Jay Errington and Eddie Thomas. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, well, it's no changes from that Wednesday night defeat to Bradford Park Avenue. It's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, who's the captain today, Elliot Owen, Paul Iggulden, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Alex Hardwick, Jack Haslam and Xiao Silva. The bench is Jordan Lemon, Ashley Butterworth, Oliver Reschlack, Daniel Hernandez and James Morris. So, looks like Ashton will have the kick-off with Ndweni ready to get us underway here at Woodhall Lane. And it is a nice 32 minutes on from when we should have been going to finally have a game of football. Well, now we want a game of football. That makes that 4-hour journey we've been on today worth it. Moving on to the ball to get the game underway is Andrew Johnson. Getting the final okays from our referee Kieran Downing. To get this game as Ashington's fans begin the drum work. And here we go. So Ashington FC in the black and white striped shirts, black shorts and black socks from right to left, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks kick from left to right. Ashton have an early throw-in down the right wing. So an early opportunity for Ashington to get forward. As the ball is currently with Cartwright for the throw. Throws inwards to Spooner, back to Cartwright, then further back it goes, back to Spooner in the middle, cuts in, takes a shot out with his left, but it has been deflected, takes all the sting out of it. Charlesworth gathers it in the box and he will clear it down the line. Look for Haslam, goes beyond him. Hardwick will look to get a touch, does, but gets it on the outside of his right foot and will go out for an Ashington throw. We'll try and keep you up to date with all the other scorelines going on as well in our league and some local fixtures as well. Of course, we are on international break, so perhaps a bigger crowd here at Ashington than normal with Newcastle fans, United fans that occupy the town. Sunset here, with St James's Park not been hosting any football today. Exley has the free kick and switches play, but well read by Tinker, who heads away. Cartwright will just track that as it goes out for a throw-in. Should be on the halfway line. Cartwright just returns. It's just going to be inside Ashington's half. Throws it inwards and then to Nadweni, who gives it back to Cartwright, knocks it long over the top, but quite aimless, and it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. So back now with Tinker for this throw. Into the middle. Owen on the ball, gives it over to Eagledon as Stocksbridge look to get a few of their players on the ball early, and Eagledon will send the ball along looking for O'Connor, but it should just bounce a bit too far for him, and it does. Staples will get his first touch of the ball as he catches it. And he's all area now, the former Dunstan shot stopper, making the switch to Ashington this summer as Eagledon heads it away. Hardwick can't challenge, he's offside, but it's been headed right to Silver. Silver looking to lay Haslam through. Haslam's looking for it, but Staples gets to it first. It's a well-played ball from the goalkeeper. Has to go down low. Good work from Silver, gathering up a defensive mistake. The ball headed right to him. Looks to slip Haslam through, but just a bit too far, just inches distance there between Haslam being able to get to it and create a major chance. 2 minutes gone in this game, it is 0-0 here. Good header on by Ashington. He's still back in the midfield and Johnson will send it along. Nadweni will chase, but Charlesworth clears. Goes all the way to Haslam, who flicks it on, but no one's there for it. In midfield now, Hardwick looking to challenge as Ormson returns it to defence. Paddy Almond, who's wearing his black headband. As well now with Williams, who gives it onto the right-hand side. Back into defence, and it's not long. Owen will track it, takes a touch, and left-footed will send it long. Going to go all the way back to Almond. Puts the pass forward to Johnson, who moves into the middle, gets a little shot from Turner, but not enough to get the ball off him. Goes on to the right wing here, and coming forward is Ashington into the box, to the edge box to Johnson, takes a shot, blocked, and it's cleared away for Exley, can get to it. That 3-5-2 means that we'll see those wing backs, Cartwright and Exley, get well forward today. Ormston on the ball now. Real to Spooner, then back it goes to Almond. He can touch into the middle again and control well as Ashton with a slow build-up, all looking to impress their new manager Neil Gray, and they've started off with plenty of possession. Nishaw on the right gives it back to Spooner. And into defence, back in Benson, back with Almond. Going to be pressed by O'Connor. And it's not a great one by Almond as he gives it back to Staples. And it's a bit slow, and O'Connor weren't ridiculously far off getting that. As Eagledon heads it back, but only back to Slocum, and the offside flag was up on Nadweni. Anyway, free kick, Stocksbridge. Alright, if you are listening to us on the commentary today, do feel free to get involved by commenting. We will try and shout out as many of you as possible who are listening today who couldn't make this journey up here to Ashington. There's Owen on the ball on that left hand side of the pitch, close to the opposite stand to us. Along looking for Silver. Silver chests it down well, puts in, he's got some space. He moves out as Ashington get their defenders back, lays it over to Charlesworth on the opposite side. Charlesworth options just closed down there as he looks for Haslam. Tackle goes in from Exley, throw into Stocksbridge. 3-0 to Carlton Town against Consett. Liam Moran, the latest scorer. That's a long journey for Consett today for a 3-0 loss. Long middle to O'Connor, back to Charlesworth. Cross going in, took a little deflection, that cross into went in, bounced heavily, goes to Tinker, hits the volley, and it's well over. It was a perfect opportunity for Jack Tinker to try and finish off his duck. 116 games he's played for the Steels, yet to score, and that was probably one of his better opportunities to do so. Moved in really well, occupied space, that ball found him well, he just didn't get his body over the ball. Here Richard shouted instructions of what to do next. He doesn't really get too many opportunities, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. The ball goes long, Ndweni is back and it's going to go back, and Spooner loses it to Silva. Silva turns and he's going to try and slip through Hardwick, but well intercepted by Williams, who carries it forward, then looks to switch it on over to Johnson, falls short, Charlesworth intercepts, takes a touch, and then gets it long, looking for the runner, Haslam, and if it falls right, Haslam could get onto it, but just went a bit long, and Staples collects. Hello, I am Brew, listening on the YouTube commentary, saying I'm an Ashington supporter, but I'm in Turkey for holiday. Is the weather good so far? We've had every weather so far, even though we've not been here for a ridiculously long amount of time, and we had rain when we arrived, but now it's actually beautiful sunshine as Silva looks to get the better of fullback, but he goes down under very little pressure, and it's Spooner who comes away with the ball. Forward to Ormston and back into that right back position, and not forward but unblocked, but still and then gets to Ormston. He then gets it forward and goes out after a block for a throw-in. Deacon with the block on that final one. North Ferriby are 1-0 upon Bishop Auckland. Josh Dennett, the goal scorer. Some of Ashington's familiar foes in this area losing in of recent goals. Ball goes long to Ndweni. Ball opens up to him as it spread out to the left hand side. Johnson coming forward, moves into the box, tries to get his right, blocked by Charlesworth. O'Connor passes it out and Haslam will look to get onto it. Can the Steel start to counter-attack? Haslam knocks it long, it's going to be red and headed away by Williams. Goes to Ormston, then back to Almond, and then all the way back to Staples. Taking a touch and we'll give it over to Cartwright on this right hand side. Taking the time, Ashington, as they walk it through defence really. Forward to Slocum and back in defence. Forward he goes again and Nishaw looks to turn, but Owen reads it with a great sliding tackle. Rounds out to Silva for Stocksbridge, and he's going to go down the pressure and get pushed over, and it will be a free kick to Stocksbridge in their own half. 8 minutes gone, remains 0-0 here. A delayed kick-off due to travel problems from Stocksbridge today. As Ingleton controls it, right to Charlesworth. Charlesworth puts it into the middle to Owen. He's going to take his time with it, and then he's not entirely sure what he's going to do with Owen, but he just gives it to Deacon in the end, and then back to Owen. Right footed, going long, looking for the run of O'Connor, but well headed away by Williams. Then Ashington clear it away, and it comes off a Stocksbridge player last. It will be a throw-in to the home side. So back with Cartwright for this throw-in. Right, as both sides have had decent starts to this one. Neither will be totally displeased as it went out for another Ashington throw-in. On to the right back with Carr for this throw-in and steps into the Steel's half, goes long. Ndweni trying to get to it, but Owen clears away and headed into the air by the Ashington defence, and Exley will head it forward. Ndweni gets it back into midfield. Ashington go forward, gets through to Johnson. Ball goes over. Charlesworth takes out Johnson at the same time, but goes to Exley. Exley's cross is blocked by Ingleton. Will be a throw-in, and surprised that wasn't a free kick afterwards, to be honest, for the home side. So back on the left throw in here for Ashington. Exley has the ball in his hands and taking his time, throws it into the middle, back to Exley. Not long there, looking for Johnson. Into the goal line and back to Exley. And put back to Ormston. It was Ashington just passing out to play in the end. It was, I think, just maybe a bit frustrated. Ashington got penned in very well in that corner and just couldn't get out of it, and Stocksbridge get the throw in and possessions back with the away team. Stocksbridge have another free throw in. They were trying to clear it away, but their clearance was blocked. So a few yards forward they go. Charlesworth waiting for his options and now will launch that ball forward. Look for Hardwick, headed away before it can get to him. 2 men on him. It's now going forward to Slocum and he switches it out really well over to Cartwright. Cartwright knocks it forward, looking for Nishaw. Tinker though gets it and intercepts and clears that one away. Hardwick will look to hold it up and get to it, but Williams was there first. Gets it long and Nishaw took the next touch, but he is offside. Free kick for Stocksbridge. 11 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Bradford Park Avenue are 1-0 up on Sheffield FC. Paddy Sykes, the goal scorer, scored against Stocksbridge on Wednesday night as well. Oh, Ironbrew, you are asking the questions. How many steel supporters are there? Not including officials. Oh, I probably can count them. I'd say about 10 have come up on the coach with us. And unless there's a few of us that snuck in elsewhere, I think that's our numbers today. Quite a few, not that too many officials either, but well, not long to Silver's trying to just keep it in, can't do so. Will be Ashton's throw. Nothing's really sparked this game into life just yet. Stocks will be happy just to ease into this game considering that journey, but obviously we did get the half-hour delay, which thank God for. I think we arrived about 25 to 3. Ball goes long, headed away, and Silver's fights for it, but headed away from him as it goes in midfield, and Ashton will come away with the balls. It's spread over to Exley on the left-hand side. He's got lots of space as Ashton push them in forward, and Exley sends that ball forward to try and meet Johnson, who keeps it in. Goes to Eagledon, who takes the touch and will send it forward, looking for Hardwick, who kneels down and heads it over to Deacon, who has lots of space. He comes forward, Deacon, going to find Silver with a pass. Silver looks to get on the right, takes a shot, and he skied it. And into the fence as it goes behind the goal. Silver does look like cutting in and getting it on his right. I haven't really seen anyone score from distance yet, though it all does unfortunately seem to end the same way, but you just feel like one time he will crack it and it will be spectacular. Not yet though, as it's now a goal kick for Ashington. Ball going long and headed on by the back of Nudwenny before Eagledon clears out, looking for Silver again, who heads it on. Hardwick will look to chase, but should be covered as it goes back to Staple, who picks it up. There's Ashington fans over in the shed end are creating plenty of noise at the moment. Staples sends it long, looking for Johnson. He's rolled down. Charles has won it, kept it in, and then big sliding tackle from Exley prevents him going any further forward. Good work from Charlesworth. And that's allowed the travelling steel spot to break into some noise. Charlesworth needing some movement. Thrown to Hardwick, who chests it down to Turner, taking the touch, back to Charlesworth, knocked forward and headed away, and then it's going to go out to the left-hand side, and Ashton will look to get the counter going, and it will be prevented because Nudwenny was tripped by Eagledon, and it's a free kick inside Ashton's half at 10 yards from the halfway line. In a local scoreline, Rotherham United are 3-1 up on Peterborough. Johnson Clark Harris, the scorer. We're approaching half times, and Pelham FC are 2-1 in their game. Rio Allen has scored from the start after Brody Litchfield, the former Steel, earned a penalty. Try and clarify who that game's actually against. As is not long by Paddy Almond, headed into the box, but O'Connor's come back to help defensively, and he's cleared that one out. Almond will track it as it goes beyond him. It's Staples just allow that to go into his box and rolls it out. A familiar foe of the Steels from his time at Dunstan. Very good keeper for Dunstan. So he goes back to his goal. Forward he goes again to Almond. As Ashton looked to pass it from the back, and back it's going to go to Staples now with Deacon just tracking in, but Staples will be allowed to have his time. Hardwick's now closing down, and Staples looks a bit uncertain, but he does eventually get it out to Cartwright. And he will just drill the ball forward looking for Nudwenny, and he goes further back into defence, so it goes after that ball. Again, just happy to be patient in their build-up, and it will be back with Staples now. Hardwick will just monitor as it's switched over to Exley with a bit more speed, and this is when the Head triggered and Haslam's won it high up. On the right wing, Haslam looking for something and tried to get back to Charles with block, but Haslam almost into that, but then he's lost it again, and now Ashington will look to get a counter-attack going. Exley goes forward, Haslam got something on Exley, but Ashington remain on the ball. Slocum avoids the tackle, back it goes to Johnson. The chance of a counter-attack is over as it's back with Almond and now back with Staples. Now a team able to make most of potential mistakes and opportunities there. It's back in defence. As Ian Richards is shouting wildly at Zhao Silva to push further forward in this J. As Almond is on the ball and will carry on forward with it. Gets it over to Johnson, takes a touch, back to Exley. And into midfield to Almond, who's come quite far forward, and he looks to switch it, looking for Nishaw, one of Ashton's top players, who's held it down really well. But forced back though, gives it to Cartwright, who's come quite far forward. Now forward to Spooner, who's forced back to Ormston, looking for a willing runner. As he moves to the right, goes to Nishaw, has to come further backwards. Stocksbridge staying stubborn in their shape for now, as Nishaw is basically running round like the 40-yard area as he comes forward, puts pass into the middle, heavy touch and looking to turn. Here comes a shot right at Townsend. Andrew Johnson with it. Johnson giving quite a bit of space to turn and move and get his shot off at goal, but it was right at Townsend in the aim, and being disappointed if that was anything but a simple catch as it was. Tinker has it now on that left-hand side as the Ashton fans crank up the noise over in that shed end, as the long ball is fairly aimless and goes back to Williams, and now back with Staples, who's had plenty of the ball at his feet so far. Ball going forward, there'll be a battle for it. Charles heads it forward, but it's been won in midfield by Slocum, by Spooner I mean, and it's in the middle to Johnson, who's got some space here, but he's been forced back because Deacon's got back in a decent position. Over to Cartwright on the right-hand side. Ashton definitely having the majority of possession in this game so far, and they've had the first shot on goal recently, though it was one that I don't think they'd be too concerned about, as Ormston gets it over to Exley on the left, moves into the inside to Ormston, carries it forward. Hardwick back to try and help defend as he gets it over to Exley, but a bit too much. Going to be a throw into Stocksbridge. They'll be happy with that shape and that defensive work. 18 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Charles for this throw-in. Allen, by the way, they're leading 2-1 against Bottisford Town. And that Rio Allen scoring the latest down there as Allen heads it away. Allen's ended up flicking on for Ashington, and it's Nishaw who's looking to just get a bit of space for himself, has to pass it back to Williams. Looks to take it over to the right-hand side to Cartwright. Moves in the inside of 8 to tackle from Silva. But back it goes to Williams in the end. Half time across the Northern Premier League East. We were obviously going to have that in about half an hour's time because of the various delays we have had. But as it's back on this right hand side, Ashington have almost everyone in their position half. The ball is with one of the two men who isn't, and that's Paddy Almond. Actually gets slow, patient build up, but they've just beaten Zhao Silva. As it goes on the right hand side and then into the middle to Spooner, carrying it horizontally at the moment. Over now to the left wing to Slocum, looking for the run of Exley here, but again just a bit overhit. Goes out for a goal kick to Stocksbridge. So we'll be back with Townsend for now. The goal kick, but he'll be looking to get back to his clean sheets. He had a good run of them after returning to the first team, but as he saw free go past him on Wednesday night, that he was not happy with at all. As Williams heads it out, but then it's returned. Hardwick misses out on that header. Spooner has the ball now back in defence. It's a one put up into the air though, and I think we a little push. Thought he'd won that. The referee spotted the little push, and Kieran Downey gives the free kick to Ashington, just inside Ashington's half. Defence now for the Colliers, and they will get this game underway again. And now switching it, looking for Johnson, who's looked very lively in this game so far. Heads it into the middle, Turner's back to help defend. He's being pressured though by Spooner. Could be forced to say pass it to Charles, who's right in his own corner. And then Johnson pushes over. There's no free kick given, and eventually a free kick is given to Ashton, I think, for Charles holding the ball with his legs. And Charles not particularly happy with that, and it's a dangerous free kick for the home team. So Steele's have a very tricky set piece. It's almost like a corner kick for Ashington, this, with being about 5 yards away from the corner flag. And just a one-man wall of Alex O'Connor. Right footed free kick, looking for that far post. Townsend, good punch on it. Haslam will go over to the left-hand side and then clear it away. Big clearance, and going to go all the way to Staples. Stocksbridge will be happy with how they defended that one. Very tricky set pieces to deal with there. As well now with Spooner. And back it goes to Exley, and then over to Almond, who carries it forward. Not exactly been a lively game here so far. As it goes all the way back to Staples. Takes a touch, goes long. And then going to be headed on by Johnson, and it goes to Ndweni. He's being forced back at the moment, and he's going to be forced back into his own half, pass it back to Almond, and then all the way back to Staples it goes. Stocksbridge not really shown much in attack yet, but they'll be happy with their shape, and prevented Ashington having many shots at all at the moment. Ball going long over to Exley, chests it down. Ball going forward to Ndweni. One touch pass, fine Slocum. Good football from Ashington on the left hand side. It's a course under his feet a bit, that slows it down. Into the box to Exley, tackle goes in, and we'll go all the way out now to Ormston, and maybe Silver could have got onto that one. It didn't seem aware it was coming towards his way. Ashington retained possession. Forward to go, Silver, and we're a dangerous tackle. So Silver will give away a foul. A lunging, sliding tackle from the South Home and Principe International. Back with Cartwright now. Who has this free kick inside the centre circle. Ashton looks to be the first team to break the deadlock. All going long. Almond heads it into the area, but Charles afraid, big clearance. Silver will look to hold it up, but well read by Exley, who big power fighter gets it away, but only goes to Tinker, who heads it forward to Deakin, back to Tinker, then sends it long, but blocked before it can go any further forward than a few yards and out for a throw-in. Stocksbridge throw on that left-hand side. Switched over to Charles, who loses out to Johnson, and Charles lunges in with a tackle. And it is going to be a booking for the full-back. And you can't really argue with that one. So there'll be a referee carrying down. He's having a chat with Tom Charlesworth for the moment. It is going to be a yellow card for sure. And there it is. The first yellow of the game goes to Charlesworth. And that's not a good thing relatively early in the game. 24 minutes gone at the moment. And Andrew Johnson's been very lively, and Charles will have to be careful. Did get 2 yellow cards against North Ferriby towards the end of last season and found himself suspended. As Exley has the free kick. Exley sending that ball along, and he goes into the box, curling around and headed back into the area. O'Connor heads it out there. And Nisha will track it as it goes out for an Ashington throw. So on this right hand side, which Cartwright taking the throw in. Goes in back to Cartwright, be forced back, short past to Slocum, but intercepted by O'Connor, and then back with Ashington. O'Connor couldn't keep the ball. 50-50 header is won by O'Connor, and Tinker away.
For Stockbridge number 2, that's Tom Charles.
Headed out for a Stocksbridge throw. So back with Tinker now for this throw-in. Stocksbridge not really mentioned much into the Ashington half so far. Throw look forward, head up into the air. Oh, by Ormston and head away. Turner tries to head into space, but no one reads it, and Ashington have it back, and Johnson has the ball, and he will go one-on-one with Charlesworth again. Johnson looks to get the beat to the Charlesworth. Johnson trying to get beyond, but Charlesworth has done that really well, and then Johnson pushes the back in the chop to the throw back, and it will be a free kick. Stocksbridge, well done from Charlesworth there, just to make sure he can't get beyond him, and then in the foul off the winger. Stocksbridge get the free kick now. Stocksbridge look to try and see what they can create up front, because they haven't done anything really yet. It's been difficult to break down of what's been a very good Ashton defence. Ball goes long, big header away. Goes on to Dwayne. Eggleton gets it first, and then will send it down the line to Haslam. Goes through his legs, but Harvick Chasers goes to Almond, who gets it back to Staples. Staples will return it to Almond, but over the top of his head, it is a throw into Stocksbridge, just a few yards from the flag. As I'm thinking about taking it quickly, but now we'll leave it for Charlesworth. Done dish it, by the way, they're leading 4-0 against Ilkley Town at half time. That's a very impressive scoreline for a local team to us. Charlesworth throws it into the box, too hard, but can't control it. Back to Charlesworth. Actually, Harvick can go back and do it himself. Tries to get beyond the defender, can't do so, and he spools out for a goal kick. Harder, just trying a bit too much on that occasion. And it will be, well, it is a goal kick now as we're in the 27th minute, halfway through this half, and I think I've got 20 words for the match report so far. It's not been a thriller here at Woodhorn Lane so far. Ball goes long from Staples. Headed away by Owen. Silver looks to get a touch, misses it. Cartwright reads it and then gets beyond Deakin, and then left-footed ball forward, but will be read by Eggleton. Returns it into midfield to Deakin, well controlled, to Haslam on the right. Moves on the inside, gets two men round him, and then goes down under the challenge, and will be a free kick to Stocksbridge. So back now with Turner, who gives it back to Eggleton, and then over to Owen on the opposite side. He's partner in defence for the last few games, and up until Wednesday it had been a really stingy partnership in terms of goals given to the other team. He seems to go stuck in that last 15 minutes at Brackenmore, as Charlesworth will send one long looking for Haslam, and João Silva might be the one to get on it. João Silva on the right wing, the offside flag is up though, and that stops that chance. So we'll just have to keep a better eye on that line going forward, but that was a better idea there from the Steels. Ball is with Staples for this free kick following the offside, and right footed is going to knock it long, and it's not a great one because it just goes right out for a Stocksbridge throw. Back now with Charlesworth, and all the way back to Eggleton. Pressure is there. Nidwini starting this pressure right from the top, and Townsend will look to get it to Charlesworth on the right, and big head away from Exley, goes all the way back to Eggleton, who returns the long ball forward. Bounce on Silver will look to create it, gets the first touch, but then it's well done from the number 5, Ben Williams, who is just able to push him further wide on his path and give enough time for Staples to come out and claim it. Cartwright on the ball now. Knocks it long, goes to Tinker, who heads it back to Deakin, who does well get it under control, back to Turner, who does struggle a bit as it kicked up a bit then, as he gives it back to Eggleton. Eggleton will knock it along looking for that run on the left hand side, but it's far. Actually no, Tinker's just about kept it in and looks to get past the number 2 Cartwright, but it has, it's offside flag's actually gone up initially, so it's going to be a free kick to Ashington. It would have been a goal kick anyway. Didn't expect Tinker to make that sort of run. Ian Richards not particularly happy with that call, but I think it would have gone out for a goal kick anyway before that. I think that's for the referee. So I wouldn't waste your capital being too angry about that one. There's a bit of argument over where this is going to be taken. It's a few yards outside the box, and he's gone a few yards back, then a few yards forward, the keeper. Ball goes forward, and Tinker, well, it comes off Tinker last. Well, I was questioning maybe it came off Matthew Duncan, but the referee decides it hasn't. Throwing to Ashington on this right-hand side. It's been an fairly even game over the last 10 minutes. Ball thrown to looking for Nisha, but headed away from him, and then cleared out to Silver, who will look to turn, and he does do so, but got 2 men in front of him. Gets the pass forward to Hardwick, back to Silver. Will look to switch it, look for Haslam. Haslam thinks it's onside, but he's going to leave it. I think he thought he was offside. Staples comes out, and then it slices his clearance, and the pressure will remain from Stocksbridge on this right-hand side. Like I say, these two benches, the management benches, are the furthest distance between the two benches it must be at any stadium. Almost at the corner flag. I have a corner flag. As Charlesworth has the throw now. Taking his time with Charlesworth. We haven't really got an option. Haslam's come short, and so's Hardwick, but they'll both peel off as he puts in the middle to Silver. Silver gives it back to Charlesworth immediately. Pressure, but gets past one. Goes down under pressure, but nothing given for that one. But Charlesworth gets up and gets back a ball. Turner will switch it into the box, but headed towards the left-hand side. Then comes off Nishaw, and it's out for a corner, and Stocksbridge will get their first corner of the game. It's a bit unlucky for Ashington, just that header away. Came off the knee of Nishaw, and we weren't too sure about that as it went out for a corner. So corner kick, Stocksbridge's first of the game. They've shown some strength from them this season, but haven't done so for a while. Short one, look for the near post, flicked on the near post, goes to Owen, blocked, and then cleared. It's the biggest chance of Stocksbridge so far as Owen's short range dish shot was blocked. Deakin will look to return that ball into the box. Owen flicks it on, trying to get to the far post. Two players clamber together. It's going to go out for a goal kick anyway, even if anyone had got onto that. Would have been a tricky decision for the referee. Could have given a free kick to Ashington for that. We'll be back now for a goal kick though for Staples. As 33 minutes are now gone in this game. Ball goes long. Eagledon will look to head its way. Does do so into the middle. Silver, just a bit of hesitation from Silver, allowed Cartwright to come in and clear it away. And Owen misjudged that, but Benny did misjudge it too. Back with Turner, who sends it along to Haslam, who tries to flick it on with his chest, but it's just going to go back to Staples. Outside his box though, and he takes it short to Exley. Exley has it up, being pressed by Haslam. Exley's looking to avoid committing a foul, and he ends up clearing it off. Haslam will be a throw in to Stocksbridge, to Ashington I mean. Back with Exley now for this throw as they get away, and the Ashington fans in that shed end are jumping up and down, trying to cheer their team on. Launch long, but headed back into Hardwick, looks to hold it up, but he's stuck to try and keep hold of the ball, but Almond comes away with it, switches out right to Cartwright, and he's got some space to move into Cartwright as he crosses the halfway line. Cartwright will drill the ball forward, blocked by Deakin, but it falls back to Ndweni. Ndweni being forced back as well. Silver goes in with a foot, but can't get anything on it. Back to Cartwright, close to his halfway line, and over to Ormston, who's been forced backwards as well, and back now to Williams, who right-footed ball forward, blocked by Deakin, and throwing to Ashington. So Ashington will keep possession through this throwing and look to get some steals defence. He's slightly Stockbridge's favour over the last few minutes, but in all honesty, there's not been much to thrill so far. The ball goes long, but comes off Nishaw though, and out for a throw-in. So back with Tinker. Launches it downfield with the Hardwick, but he loses that possession and back defence with York, but it's cleared out and then blocked by his own player, and it will be a Stocksbridge throw inside Ashington's half. Back with Tinker, who throws it back to Owen, gets it on his right, but then with his left gives it over to Eagledon, who now will send it along, looking for Charles on the right, who's peeled wide, but head away by Exley before he can get to him. And Ashington do keep it in really well, but Turner may have just got it ball back, and he has done so. Left footer tries to put a ball in, but it's in. Well, it's gone through the middle of the defence. There was no Haslam or Hardwick to get onto that. It's back with Staples. It's been that sort of game where neither team's really been able to create much so far. Goals to say about Bishop Auckland have equalised against North Ferriby, so it's 1-1 there. Matty Timon has scored, and Ben Middleton has been sent off for Cleethorpes. O'Connor's done well with 50-50 when the ball gets through to Hardwick, who looks to take it on the right hand side, puts the ball into the middle. Silver's not there for it, just a yard behind. Cartwright will clear. Gets it to Nishaw, who's been forced backwards. Gets it back to Olmston, who gets it forward to Ndweni. Back to Nishaw, who will charge forward now, then moves into the middle. Ball, it finds Exley really well. Thought that maybe just be a bit behind the man one, but then Exley ball is intercepted by Charlesworth, and Exley gets a slide tackle to stop Charlesworth from bursting forward. So throwing Stocksbridge right in front of us in this main stand. Back to O'Connor. Taking a touch, ball going long. Looking for Hardwick or Silver, comes off the back. Hardwick has to try and get him. Almond clears, goes into the middle, and Deakin gets enough onto it to get to O'Connor. O'Connor's going forward, then he gets caught on the back of his foot. Back to Deakin, now to Haslam, and back to Charlesworth. Ashington well pressing forward, and then Charlesworth puts the ball forward. That isn't really for anyone, and it's back with Staples now. 37 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Cartwright has it on the right hand side, then into defence it goes, and back all the way to Staples. He's looking to switch it over to Exley, heads it forward, but only to O'Connor, who is coming more into the game. Forward to Deakin, who's got loads of space. He's going to look to slip through Haslam. Haslam takes the touch forward. Haslam takes a shot, well blocked by Ben Williams. And then Haslam gets it back though. This attack is still going on. Back to Charlesworth, puts the cross in, well blocked again. This time Craig Spooner throwing Stocksbridge. Haslam had a good chance then, but it's great work from Ben Williams to get back with the block to stop Haslam from giving the Steels a lead. Goal in a local game, Peterborough United have got one back against Rotherham. It's 3-2 at London Road. Rafferty own goal there, and Emily are 2-0 up at Ossett. Anna Birchall has scored. We are away to Ossett a week on Tuesday. Charlesworth throws it, lower look for Haslam, but then it's blocked and cleared right back out for another throw-in. So Charlesworth will have another chance to get this game underway and trying to get something into the opposition box. Back to Eagledon. Eagledon's going to put a ball in, takes a block, and that stops him from getting in the box. And then Eagledon, we are high foot, connects with Spooner, and it will be a free kick, and that stops that attack from proceeding. So that stops that attack. Unfortunately, Stocksbridge were piling some good pressure. Doncaster over the 1-0 behind to Alexandra. Conway scorer, and Peterborough equalised against Rotherham. Now 3-3, Fernandez scoring for the Posh. Allman here, right footed will send it long. Head on by Ndweni to Johnson on the left hand side. Has to pass it back, but it only gives it to Hardwick. Hardwick then big crunching attack from Almond. Gets it forward to Slocum. Over now to Spooner, who gets it to Nishaw, but well read pass from Tinker. Tinker will carry forward into Turner. Now to O'Connor. Turner gets clipped. O'Connor wanting the advantage, and that will be a yellow card, I think, to Matthew Slocum. And that'll be Ashington's first yellow of the game. Being stopped probably because he wants to give the yellow out and not forget about it. Over now to Eagledon, over now to O'Connor, who will knock it long, looking for Hardwick to do something with it, but he's out-muscled at that one by Williams. And it's Nishaw now as he looks to get out of the Ashton half. To Ormston. Back now to Almond. And across to Williams. Taking taking the touch. He gets over to Cartwright on the right-hand side. Forward to Ndweni, good touch by him, but then Owen gets it and Turner sends it forward now to Hardwick. Lays it off for Deakin, has to force back, but then good pass now to Turner. Lays it off to Silver now on the left-hand side. Zhao Silver facing up with Cartwright on that left-hand wing, moving into the box, puts the crossing block, back with Silver, takes another shot, blocked. Goes to O'Connor, who's looking to judge it, hits a volley, but that one went really wrong. It actually took a deflection, and it will be a corner kick. Second corner of the game for the Steels. So an opportunity for the Steels from this set piece. Will be one of Danny Deakin's. More goals have come from Deakin's corners and Turner's this season so far. The left-footed in-swinger. There was a routine last time that almost worked, but as everyone's camped on the penalty spot this time, and Hardwick's getting ragged around quite a lot. Ball is headed away at the near post. Hardwick's charged. Hardwick and Ullman both went down together, and it's given as Ashington's free kick. Didn't see enough of that to judge whether the referee was correct or not. Probably, to be honest, it's probably 6 of one and half dozen of other of that one, but it looks like both do relish this sort of physical battle. It's now 42 minutes gone as we get this now free kick. That's basically a goal kick. And it's gone. The foul that was in the 6-yard area has now been a free kick that's almost on the edge. The ball's going to go long from the keeper, goes forward and over everyone's head and then out for a throw-in. Stocksbridge will get the ball back. Charles has launched the ball long but headed away, back to Charles who clips it forward. Look for Zhao Silver, can he get anything? Holds it down really well, lets it go to Hardwick. Good tackle, stops him going further forward, and Slocum's going to carry it away but sends it long. Goes to Owen who takes the touch and will give it back to Townsend, who's not seen the ball in a while. Send it right footed and will send it long. Haslam's going to be on to try and keep it in. He takes a header on it, but not enough to get it. Turns direct. A free kick, and Jack Haslam wanted a free kick and gets jeered by the Pitmatic crowd. Back to Exley. Switches play over to the right hand side. Goes over Tinker, and Tinker's missed it, and now here comes Spoon on the right hand side. Delays the cross, puts it in, and it's right at Townsend, and there was a chance there. Went over Tinker and he just misjudged the ball, the left back. Spooner was able to get in, but the final ball lacked quality, and Townsend will be happy to get that as his near post. You feel like this game might come down to a mistake if it continues like this in the second half. Ball going long, looking for Haslam. He heads it into the middle to Hardwick, who tried to head on Silver. Didn't go to initially, but he's got it now. Back to Turner, who opens his body up, right to switches it, looking for Haslam. To Hardwick, who doesn't cue his volley right, and it goes wide. Clean hit, and it would have been a good chance for 1-0, but he just couldn't get his technique right on that occasion. 44 minutes gone. Hello, Mark Hayes, going, come on, Steels. Glad to have you here, one of our regular listeners. Staples sends this goal kick out, and TC wins it. Tom Charlton goes to Hardwick, flicks it onto Silver, forced back and trying to get it to Turner, but won by Spooner, who can't keep hold of it. He tried to get it to the right wing, looking for Nishaw, but goes out for a throw-in. Owen just on the ball now. Got a long line of players up front of him, and he's going to look for Silver this ball forward, and Silver, if he can keep it in, might have something. Can't keep it in though, and gets jeered by the fans as he fails to do so and goes over in the process. And Silver might be struggling back to his feet here, but he's now up, so no concerns there. Back to be a goal kick now. So not exactly been a thriller at Woodhorn Lane so far in this game. As Cleethorpes have taken the lead against Heaton Stannington, Brodie Robertson has scored, and it's 1-0 to the Owls. Back now with goalkeeper Staples. I've just got a comment here from an Ashton Wilson saying, turn around and say hello to David. He's a long-time supporter of the club since he was a bairn, I've just been told. I'm presuming he's behind me somewhere. Not got any reaction, but are you David by any chance? Or do you know an Ashton Wilson? Or nope. I presume I'm being pranked then in some way. Stocksbridge knock a ball long, but it's going to be going box and be covered by Exley. Not long, and going to be won by Johnson, who just clears that one away. Owen will track it. Unless David happens to be in the bar. The bar is right behind his ear. Goes to Deacon here, goes forward to Silver. Touches it on to O'Connor, then loses the ball, but then Silver gets it back. Deflects on to Hardwick. Offside flag is up. And it's going to be a free kick to Ashington. Quite a few offsides in this game so far for both teams. It's got the attendance. There's an attendance of 421 here. So thank you very much to everyone who's travelled up with the Steels today. And wait for that coach journey back down. Staples will take his time with this free kick because we are into the 47th minute of 45 minutes. Didn't see a board go up, but presume we might get half time as soon as this is sent forward. And a rifle forward from Staples, going long, no half time just yet. Eagledon will head it away. And that will be half time, so it's 0-0 here at Woodhorn Lane between Ashington and Stocksbridge Park Seals. I can't really say there's much to talk about. Neither team's really created anything clear-cut as of yet, but maybe that will improve in the second half. I've been Adam Allcroft. We'll see you in 15 minutes for that second half. Thank you very much for listening so far.
Didn't get a touch, did it? Didn't get a touch, did it? Great call. City. Getting to do some misdemeanors, so girlfriend, don't it?
And his wife came over as well.
Class, that. Class.
Correction, number 7 Harvey Cribb is one that's come off.
Oh, Jack. Get in!
We started really well, really fast start. Got the goal from good play down the left that led to a corner. We had changed the corner routine a little bit, which worked, and got a brilliant ball, which he's obviously scored from. And then we sort of lost his way a little bit. The game got very stop-start for both teams. Basically, we were very compact in midfield, so they killed any space we had. We retained the ball well enough or make enough good decisions, but we just found a way to be effective that first half and get through. But we still were threatening from set pieces, and Jack hasn't done a great save of the keeper. We had another one that went really close, so we're still threatening that much.
Hello and welcome back to Woodhorn Lane for this Northern Premier League East match between Ashington FC and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft as the heavens have opened here on a 0-0 draw between Stocksbridge and Ashington, and 0-0 is probably the fair scoreline after a fairly eventless first half. The Steels have got us back underway in their yellow shirts, blue shorts and blue socks kicking from right to left, while Ashington are in the black and white striped shirts, black shorts and black socks kicking from left to right. And it is Haslam on the ball on the right side. We'll go on the team shortly, and then on the right Charles is trying to get to it. Science goes in and actually just about saves it before it goes off for be a corner to throw in right next to the flag. As the rain's just even blown in here. Oh, that's not the most pleasant thing in the earth. And as Charles throws it in to Haslam and back to Charlesworth. Cross is going to go in, hardly pushed away from it. Ricochets goes to Silver, takes the touch, puts it forward, blocked, and then cleared away. Goes all the way to Owen. It touches forward to Deakin, into the middle to Tinker. Tinker finds Silver on the left-hand side. Tries to get on his right and then moves in, looking to get it onto his left as he goes down. So it's all on to Tinker. Tinker drills it down the middle. Not far off Jack Tinker! Almost the unbelievable, a Jack Tinker goal. He's already missed, he did miss a big chance earlier today. That one was even closer. Just over the bar, 116 appearances he's made for the club. Still yet to score. Not far off on that one. It's a goal kick for Ashington. With Staples will get his first touch of the ball. Almost. We almost got it within a minute of the restart. Ball goes long, but then lost by Spooner, and then rags Tinker down. It will be a free kick near the centre circle. And so we have a free kick and a chance to get the ball forward. They've started off well so far, and well, back now with Eagledon over now to Charlesworth on that right hand side, looking for some options and sends one over the top looking for Haslam, but headed away by Exton before he can get to him. Ricochets all the way back down to Owen, forward to Deakin, takes a touch, back to Turner, then back to Eagledon. Ball goes forward to Charlesworth, tries to head in but it's headed away by Exton. He goes out for another Steel's throw. Try and update you on some of the non-pigs. So actually still need to tell you the teams of the so the teams are as follows. For Ashington, it's Dan Staples in goal, then Andrew Cartwright, Charlie Exley, Gary Ormston, Ben Williams, Paddy Almond, Wilson Neeshaw, Matthew Slocum, Michael Ndweni, Craig Spooner and Andrew Johnson. And then on the bench it's Jack Kamada, Harrison Clark, Cameron Gascoigne, Jay Errington and Eddie Thomas. Stocksbridge have just got the ball into the box. Hardwick turns, tries a volleys, it's going to go to the left hand side. Silver chases it, still in the box. Silver just moves it out of the box around the corner, looks to turn, has turned, tries to get his right and can't do so. He's just going to take the shot to Deakin, opens up for Deakin, lays off the middle to Haslam, and the touch hasn't helped him. He's trying to bundle his way through, knocked away from him, but O'Connor gets to it. O'Connor looking for Tinker again, who tried to push it. Deakin takes it, it's deflected, and that takes a sting out of it, and Staples claims it, but it had gone out to play first according to the linesman. Daniel Staples not happy with that. He's going to complain to the referee Kieran Downey over it, but it will be a corner kick for Stocksbridge. Before the corner taken, we'll try and run through the Stocksbridge team. It's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, Paul Eagledon, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Alex Hardwick, Jack Haslam and Zhao Silva. Here comes the corner from Curtis Turner, right footed looking for that far post over everyone. Hardwick keeps it in the box on that side, back to Deakin, looks to get it onto his right, does put the cross in for that far post. Staples will claim it, Haslam was waiting in case Staples missed up. Quickly out by Staples, looking for Neeshaw, Wins just took it as well, and Charles will just put it back to Townsend. Takes the touch and Townsend can't get the touch, it goes out for a corner to Ashington. That wind I think is really helping at the moment. The wind just took that, it took it away from Charlesworth, and then I think he took it away from Townsend as well. Corner kick Ashington. I think the artist we've been told about has just started behind us, or at least did mic testing. So we're going to go for a corner kick, but the referee's just not happy with something in that 6-yard area at the moment. Well, the music has stopped from behind us. So waiting for this corner, and the words being said between Edwenny and Tinker. The left-footed corner in swinger, moves towards that near post, and the wind means it barely makes it into the box. The wind is about to become the main character in this second half. Lots of goals to tell about, because obviously we've been half-hour delayed. Belper have gone back from 2-0 to 2-2 away at Dunstan. 2 goals from Curtis Burrows have done that. Pontefract 1 up on Sherwood. Colliery, Bailey Thompson scored. Bradford Park Avenue 2 up on Sheffield. Ben Blythe the scorer. Newton Acres 3-0 up on Brighouse. Cole Kiernan. And Luke Parkin has put Emily 3-0 up on Ossett. And that ball just got caught in the wind first. Townsend sent it up. Hardwick will head in the middle to O'Connor, but knocked away from him. Goes to Neeshaw. Neeshaw will charge forward with it. Lays it now off to Spooner on the right. Well, has pressure on him, but puts it into the middle. And then back to Spooner on the right. Looks to move in. Good touch forward, and then Tinker will win that ball. Looks to get away with it and gets the free kick. And he did wait for it. And it's a good job he gave it, because he could have been caught out if not. 52 minutes gone. Free kick short to Deakin, then across to Iggulden, then forward to turn, and switched over to Charles, who chests it down and turns it forward, and again high, and gets caught in that air and return. Turner will head it away to that left-hand side, and Haslam's come back and won it well. Back to O'Connor, who doesn't take the choice of Charles of going forward. Instead, it's over to Owen now, who comes forward on the left. Now to Tinker forward, and it's a poor pass from Tinker. Goes out for a throw-in. Richards with that down pull with his hood up, because no manager is ever allowed to have an umbrella anymore, thanks to Steve McLaren. He ruined it for everyone. Ball on forward and head on by Cott. Right, goes to Nadweni, who's trying to not lose the ball to Tinker. Nadweni does come away with it. Over now to the right to Spooner. Spooner continues down the right, puts a cross in. Blocked away by Turner. Owen will clear it out, and it goes to Deakin, who knocks it on. Going to be a 50-50 to get to it, and well in by Cartwright. Takes out Hardwick after he gets the ball. Hardwick will get up, and back it will go to Staples, who sends it forward, and well helped by the wind it is. First touch by Spooner, beats Tinker. Spooner on the right, puts the ball in the middle. Well blocked by Owen. It's another corner to Ashington. After a good start from Stocksbridge, Ashington have then come back on top. That wind is very chilly at the moment. Blows into the stand. So Hardwick coming back to defend. Left Danny Deacon and João Silva out of the box. Potential counter opportunities, but Seals just need to defend first before they can get to that. Ball goes in, free header, but from Ben Williams, but he doesn't get it right, and it goes wide, and Stocksbridge get a lot off. Goal kick for Townsend. It'll be interesting to see how these are done with. I think the wind might have just died down a bit. We've had every weather here at Ashington today so far, and it's a little bit of a mini April shower storm sort of thing going on. As Iggulden sends it long and headed away by Allman, but only back to Haslam, who will now look to get past Slocum, but gets it to O'Connor, back to Charlesworth, who sends it forward, but goes out for a throw-in. Ashington will get the ball back here. Doncaster Rovers have equalised against Crewe Alexandra. Hurst, the goal scorer. As well goes all the way forward, and Midweni might have the beating of Iggulden. He's been forced back. He's in that corner of the box, and his pass back has been intercepted by Charles, who just sends that one away. Haslam fights for it, goes back to Exley, who gets it forward now to Ormston, all the way back to Almond, and Hardwick will press as Almond switches it over to Cartwright on the right, who manages to come forward with it, and then puts a good ball in. Eagledon with a clumsy clearance, and Townsend will be able to pick that one up as it wasn't a back pass. Eagledon weren't too sure what he was doing with that one at the moment, but at the very least it did not go in. Owen, left-footed ball forward, and it just goes out of play as Ashington are having a really good start to the second half so far. With Cartwright now. Launch the ball downfield. Owen heads away, comes off the back of Slocum though, but then cleared away at the second attempt. Hardwick can't get it. Williams heads it forward. Goes to O'Connor though, and throws out to Charles Huff as he comes forward with it. Right foot sends it forward, looking for Haslam, but off target and intercepted with Nishaw, who's very deep in central position. To the left hand side and then quick over the side. That looks like it could be a great ball, but maybe just got a bit too far Spooner. We will get to it, and then almost, I think maybe by accident, gets it stuck under his foot, flicks away from him, and then Stocksbridge get possession back. Silver then looks to get the back, comes off Cartwright, goes out for a throw-in, and Cartwright shouts an expletive. And Silver takes that throw about 10 yards away from where it actually went out as Deakin flicks it forward to O'Connor, but lose ball to Almond, but it goes back to Charles, who looks to get it to Haslam, took down well by his right. Haslam goes forward with it, lays it off to O'Connor on the right, who leaves it. I think maybe he thought he was offside, and it goes out for a goal kick. So 57 minutes, 0-0. It's already a much better game of football than it was in the first. Sheffield FC have set up a grandstand finish over at the Horsefall. An unknown goal scorer has made it 2-1 against Bradford Park Avenue, losing that game at the moment, the oldest club. As well goes long from Staples, headed away to Haslam, who flicks it on. Hardwick can't get a touch onto it though. It's Williams who gets it away. And to Slocum, but then giving all the way back to Staples. Not a great one. Staples has to come well out of his area to do it. Owen will head that clearance back to Tinker, who knocks it over the top. Silver can't do anything about it. He was offside and leaves it to be cleared away. And they're going to might have to beat Eagledon here. Eagledon's mussing it out, and Eagledon does brilliantly to get it away. There was a shout for offside initially, it wasn't given, and it will be a corner kick to Ashington. They've had quite a few at the start of this second half. One good corner that was one really the most of by Ben Williams, and one that didn't make it into the 6-yard area. Wind pushing it away, but that wind is, well, it's just coming back a bit now. I'm not sure if you're getting any sound problems or anything like that with the wind, but it's building up and it's just built now. You can just feel it coming. Here comes the left-footed corner in, headed away by Owen. First onto it, Spooner. Puts it back to the left to Nishaw, who will look to get beyond O'Connor, and he does do so, drills into the box, and then tackled at the last, and then Turner will clear that one away. Deakin holds up, but can't hold up well, and it will go out for an Ashington throw.
Okay, just going over a little waffle number again. The number is 11105. That is 11105.
So, that was just a couple of numbers off that raffle today. I'm a bit annoyed. As Exley has the ball, throws into the middle and takes a touch, and Turner comes in a bit clumsily, but it's not being given, and now the counter-attack's on. Turner will get it out to Silver on the left. Silver with space, comes forward, looks to go down the outside, muscles off Cartwright. Silver, can he put a ball into the middle? Tries to slip pass into the middle, but it's cleared away. Spoon is collected on the edge of the area, and Ashton get away. Lacked any venom that, and Owen didn't get a clean touch on, so that's a cleared out go. Spoon's out for a throw-in. Belper, who are 2-0 down away at Dunstan, are now winning 3-2 with former Steel Nathaniel Crofts scoring what looks like it could be the winner. So Cartwright will have the throw-in. Now is he? Just time it, thrown inwards and then chested down and flicked over the top of Turner. Goes to Nishaw and switches play. Say well, but it's going to have to be chased down by Johnson, and he's falls deep, and then Charles did get a tackling, but still Ashington will keep the ball through a throw-in. The hour mark has been hit. It remains 0-0 here. waiting for it, and Exley will throw it into the middle, headed in the middle of the pitch, and head away by Deakin, goes to Silver, who looks to control, gets a shove and loses the ball to Slocum because of it, but then Turner puts a foot in, back with Cartwright, who gets it out to Spooner on the right. Spooner turns well, then he looks to turn Tink on the outside, but then goes back on the inside, into the middle, and then a sky shot by Slocum that wastes the work that Spooner had done then on the right. Will be a goal kick for Stocksbridge. Emily have confirmed a win against Ossett. They've won 4-0 at Enfield. Al Hassaneh Keita finishing off that game for the Pewits. Townsend will now have this goal kick. Long ball forward by Townsend. Will be headed away by Ormston. He just misses his header. Owen gets into it and then back to Townsend, who takes the touch and sends that one away. Hardwick drops deep, heads it on. Haslam gets the touch. Haslam comes forward, moves over onto the left-hand side, wants to move into centrally, but couldn't do so. Puts it through the legs of Cartwright, but then Cartwright gets it back, and Cartwright then goes down under the challenge of Haslam, and it will be a free kick. And the referee not happy with Andy Ring coming out to complain. Oh, Jordan Lemon coming out to complain, it was, on the bench. Thinking that, saying that Andrew Cartwright has bought that one. Probably could have stayed up, but why would you when you can probably get a free kick? Ball going forward here. Headed away to middle to Haslam, who flicks onto Silver, who flicks over the top. Can Hardwick get onto it? No, just a bit too far away from him. Williams got it, and Williams, well, under pressure from Hardwick, just has to volley that one away for a throw-in. Silver was trying to get that ball back, but one of the Ashton substitutes was preventing him from doing so. Tinker now has the throw-in. Didn't really prevent anything. I don't think there was a chance of anything quickly happening. Tinker throws it in the middle to Silver, onto the corner of the box, forced out, back to Tinker, has to stretch to keep it in, back to Silver again. Not sure what he's going to do with it yet, Silver. Tries to slip it through, but well read by Spooner and now cleared away, but blocked by O'Connor, so Charlesworth will come collect it in the middle. Charlesworth having to be forced backwards now and back to Turner, who then has to get back to Charlesworth. Ashington done well pressing away, and then Charlesworth, very poor ball, and that's giving it right to Spooner, who will start coming forward. Spooner moves in onto the inside, lays off for Neeshaw, takes the touch, turns away from a chance from Turner, back to Spooner in the middle. Spooner finds Cartwright, who comes forward on the right, puts it into the middle, and then over the top of everyone, Charlesworth will head it away, and then back it is to Slocum. Pass goes forward, blocked by Turner. Haslam clears, and he goes to Hardwick, who will look to hold it up on this right-hand side now. He's going to give it back to Haslam, then back now to O'Connor. Gets it over to left to Owen. Owen will carry it forward to Deakin, then back to Owen, short to Deakin. These short passes are the sort that make some of the older non-league fans terrified, because of not usually the sort of passes that defenders can pull off. Back to Owen now. Lots of dinky passes, but nothing goes. But then the ball from Owen goes long and is headed away to Slocum, and then all the way back to Staples. So having to be quick to it, because Haslam almost got on that, and he has had a goal that way, Haslam, this season, as it's now Exley coming forward on the left-hand side. Ball forward, but then missing, and going to go all the way back to Iggulden. Forward to Haslam. Looks to turn, get it onto the right, back to Charlesworth. Forward to Turner. Over to Owen, who will come forward to Tinker. Takes his touch and will be met by a player, by Spooner it is, but Owen is back to Owen, and then all the way back to Townsend. Stocksbridge not able to get through a very sturdy Ashington shape as the ball goes forward, and won by Ormston, goes behind, but phones for Cartwright, who gets it forward to Spooner. There's a bit of space there here for him as he moves sideways. Turner, though, gets another foot into him, forcing him further back and gets Stocksbridge back into the shape. On to the left now. Ball put into the middle, flicked on by Slocum. Goes to the right to Johnson. Johnson takes shot, saved by the legs of Townsend at the near post. Corner kick to Ashington, and that's the closest Ashington have been to a goal. Just going from a simple ball into the box. That just fell right for Johnson. corner kick for Ashington that the Steels have to defend. Steels have been able to defend them so far, but a bit of late drama at North Ferriby. Bishop Auckland have won it in the 95th minute there. Other games ending now as we are still midway through our second half. I'm not sure what's going on, and there's a lot to do in the box. And the referee's going to have a word with a few of the players, Alex O'Connor and also Michael Ndweni. A few times the referees had to stop the game for the various pushing and shoving going on in the box. So here comes the corner. It's a good looking corner and Owen has to head away. Townsend looked like he was flapping a bit in that box. Well read here by Exley towards the edge of the area. Spooner takes a shot. Well blocked. It was Alex O'Connor with the block, but it looked like it was going in, and then Ashington, I thought maybe Almond hasn't fouled him, and it goes out, and I'm not sure which way it's been given. It's going to be Ashington's corner, it seems, or free kick at least. So another opportunity for Ashington to put a ball in the box. Not sure about that one personally, but well, it's a free kick. And the Steels have to defend another set piece. Just noted a massive... So here, cut the free kick here for Exley to take it, drills it in towards the 6-yard area, blocked. It's still in the 6-yard area, but then it's knocked away, and it's going to be a corner kick. I think it was Jack Tinker who managed to get that one away, and the set pieces keep on coming for Ashington. This time a corner. Would be a huge boost to the morale if the Steels can survive this onslaught of set pieces. Ball going into the box. Townsend punches into the air. It's still not out of the area just yet. Goes to the edge of the area. Johnson hits it. It's blocked again. It's going to deflect out to the right side, and Tinker will head it out, and it will be another corner kick. Another more late drama. Heaton Stannington away at Cleethorpes Town have equalised through Matthew Foster in the 99th minute. Still plenty of time before we can get to whatever late drama might happen here. 22 minutes to go in this game. Corner goes in, headed away by Owen. It's not out yet. Put out to Nishaw, flicks it back into the box, and Townsend claims it, and the Steels have done incredibly well to survive all those set pieces. That is a huge morale boost for the defence. I think we're going to see an Ashington substitute soon. Might see a Stocksbridge on soon as well. So Townsend sends the ball on, but it's just going to go back to Cartwright, who sends it right back, but the offside flag is up with it when he goes onto it, and he will, so it's there comes the free kick. So here comes Ashington's substitution, and two for Stocksbridge coming on as well. So it's Cameron Gascoigne, the nephew of Paul Gascoigne. He will be coming on. And Alex Hardwick is... So Cameron Gascoigne, he comes on for Matthew Slocum. Whereas Alex Hardwick and João Silva heading off, with Dan Hernandez and Oliver Rejlak coming on. So I'm interested to see. So it looks like Jack Haslam will move into centre forward for the Steels. Imagine Hernandez will go on to the wing. Hernandez and Rejlak onto the wing. So a whole different front three. Ball goes forward, head away. Deacon can't get onto it, knocked away, going the way back to Owen though. Now to Tinker. Back to Owen. Pass forward is intercepted though to Spooner, then Nishaw will look to control, back now to Spooner, can't get behind her and blocks it, throwing to Ashington. So, ball eventually goes out, but it will be Stocksbridge's throw. Wonder if we'll see James Morris later on in this game. Didn't really see much of him in that 3-0 loss at Bradford Park Avenue, but might see him a bit later on. Oh, James Healy going yellows. Stocksbridge in another throw, just further up, still in their own half though. One fan we've not seen today here at Ashington is one of their most famous ones. They used to have a horse come quite regularly to matches. That was back in the Portland Park days. Their former stadium. Hasn't made his trip to Woodhorn Lane. Official most famously attended a 7-3 win over Crooktown, where the attendance was given as 597 plus a horse. Tinker will launch that ball downfield, but it's headed right back, and Tinker will, it doesn't go out actually, Tinker was thinking it was. Owen all being blocked, and then Spooner tried to get onto it, but Tinker wins it back. Owen knocks forward, looks for Reslak. Reslak turns it down, he's offside anyway. Got tripped over by Staples as he was going through as well. Staples have been giving a bit of a, oh, I'm sorry for that one. As it's the free kick to Ashington. 72 minutes gone in this game, remains 0-0. All other games in the Northern Premier League East are over. We kicked off at half-3, we continue. Now goes to Spooner. Yeah, 20 yards out, back it goes, and Ormston evades the challenge well. Ormston continues with it, goes forward, Charlton tries to get a foot in as Gascoigne gets his first touch on the ball. Back to the left, then to Gascoigne. And back to Exley, tries to go forward, and then Turner's won the ball well. Forward to Haslam, who looks to turn, and he's looking to start Hernandez through, but well blocked. But then it's going out towards Stocksbridge, and they charge forward. Haslam charging forward, has to get back to Turner though. Turner trying to evade Gascoigne, but Gascoigne almost tackles it back to O'Connor. Lays out the right to Reslak. Reslak putting the ball into the box. Haslam holds it down, no one there on the edge of the area. Cleared by Spooner, goes back to Owen, who sends it back to Tinker on the left. Tinker puts right foot in the middle to Deakin. Deakin turns, takes a shot. It hit just over. It was skimmed over the bar in the end from Danny Deakin. On a goal that is seems to be dropping at the back of that goal, that net, at the moment. 73 minutes gone in this game so far, remains 0-0. So back with Staples now. Pelham's game against Bottisford finished 2-2. As the ball goes long here, head away by Eagledon. Hernandez will fight for it, trying to get onto it, but I think he's took out the number 2, but it's not being given. Deakin will go forward into that space that has been left by the number 2 Cartwright. Deakin puts a ball in over the top of everyone, but Haslam still fighting for it. Staples gets it on the left-hand side of his 6-yard area. Could have been a controversial one. Cartwright having taken down, and I think it probably should have been a free kick as well. Ball goes forward. Eagledon will track it. Gives it back to Townsend, who will slice it up into the air. The wind has took that one. McGrenny will challenge for it in the box. Goes to left to Johnson. Tries to get the ball in, blocked by Charles, who keeps it in on the edge of the pitch, and then cleared away by O'Connor. But only back to Exley. We'll go forward. Reslak's back to try and help defensively. Reslak challenge for it out to the left now. Down back it goes to, and then back Gascoigne, who switches out. It's a poor switch and goes out for a throw-in. Stocksbridge will get the ball back. Who is throwing? So back with Tinker now. Worksop Town won their step 3 game against Ashington United 3-2. long. Stops fighting for it, but they have lost it. In the middle is Cartwright, gives it over to Exley, who's in the centre of the pitch right now. Forward it goes to Nwedi, who tries to force it out to the left, goes down under pressure, nothing given, and Stocksbridge will look to begin a counter-attack. Down the right O'Connor goes, puts it in the middle to Turner, who has to move away from pressure from Almond, and Almond pushed Turner over, and that will be a free kick. Ball goes forward for Stocksbridge, ball in the middle, diving header, hits the post! Fernando puts it back in the middle, Deakin shoots, full of corner, Danny Deakin, the Steels lead! Haslam hit the post, but it got recycled to Danny Deakin, who managed to tuck it into the bottom corner. It's his second goal for the Steels, and it's 1-0 to Stocksbridge. Danny Deakin, the goal scorer. And the job for the Steels now is, can they hold on to this and claim what would be a massive win away at Ashington? So 1-0 to Stocksbridge now. The Steels lead through Danny Deakin with 14 minutes to go, plus whatever is added on. Michael Nidweni is just standing over the ball as we prepare to get this game going, and here we go. Ashington have got the ball back and will be looking for their equaliser. They've looked very good attacking wise in this second half. They've just not been able to find the back of the net, and their new manager Neil Gray will not want to start with a loss at home. Grezlak's won the ball back, cleared it away to the middle, and won and switched over to Neeshaw. You'd think if a goal's going to come for Ashington, he will be a key man. He's just jinked back up our players, going past Tinker now, lays off to Ndweni, who looks to turn his man out to the left, takes a shot, saved by Townsend. Ndweni can't get it, the foot on it, goes back to Gascoigne, who looks to get it down, back to Cartwright, edge of the box, tackle's going in, but Cartwright's still on it, back now to Spooner, puts the cross in to the edge of the area, and Charles looking to head it away, goes out, and Ormston can't get onto it. Grezlak got enough of a touch, and Haslam's back to defend. Steels have everyone back defending at the moment, but the ball goes back to Tinker, who just gets through a 50-50 challenge. He clears it away, but only back to Williams. Haslam goes in with a sliding challenge. It's going to be a free kick, and Jack Haslam's going to get a yellow for that, I imagine. No, surprisingly, no booking for Jack Haslam for that one. Haslam's going to be told to get back to defend this now. Only Grezlak is the only Steel not defending. As Cartwright puts the ball into the box, headed away by Haslam. Gascoigne first onto it. Going to be harassed by Grezlak, who is back helping defend now. Hernandez is the one who gets a foot in though, and it's going to be an Ashington throw-in. So ball for this throw now with Exley. He's got a good delivery on him. He's going to be one to watch. As ball goes in the middle, but before it gets to Neeshaw, it's been won. And Grezlak's trying to just keep hold of it and not lose it back. And they have lost it though to Johnson, who's close to the edge of the pitch, but moves it inwards. Now to Ormston. Back into the middle, and Deakin tracking. It goes out to the right wing to Craig Spooner. Spooner now looking his options into the middle. Missed-sliding tackle here as Gascoigne puts it back to Neeshaw. Neeshaw gets beyond, knocks it over Townsend, and hits the top of the net. Stocksbridge get a let-off. Neeshaw with a big chance that he just puts over the bar. He had the beating of Townsend on that one. James Morris is about to come on for Stocksbridge, the forward, who made his debut on Wednesday night against Bradford Park Avenue. So Cassini's coming off. It's going to be Jack Haslam coming off and James Morris coming on. Haslam crucial to that goal. He hit the post initially. And it will be Morris looking to make his own impact. So Haslam with the slow walk off, which again, is one of these things that we have to criticise technically. Because it's time wasting, we know when other teams do it. I'm saying Forsyth missed it, come on, you Steels, yep, 1-0 to Steels. Danny Deacon scored on the 76th minute. 80 minutes have gone. Townsend sent it long as the sky gets greyer and greyer here. Owen heads away as the ball returns to him. Morris will fight for it now and comes off his back foot, but goes to Deacon, who will knock it forward. Reslak will look to have the beaten of Allman, but Allman's done well, shielding the ball, and it goes back to Staples. He sends it long. Yeah, but then he goes down under a push from Eagledon, and it will be a free kick about 30-35 yard out. And a chance for Ashington to put the ball into the box. So it's Craig Spooner over it. I'd say it's too far out for a shot, but I can't say I've seen many Spooner's free kicks, so can't say for sure. But so it might just be a little chip ball in because it's very central, this. Steele have to defend to try and get 3 points on the road at Ashington. Would be their first ever win here if they manage to pull it off. So he's going to take the shot, and he weren't far off actually. Would have been a spectacular one, but it flew just wide over it. And here, so on Wednesday night, Stocksbridge Undoing was a triple substitution against Bradford Park Avenue. Here come Ashington with a triple substitution. Kamada, Jack Kamada, Harrison Clark and Jay Errington all going to come on. Cartwright's going to be one of the people coming off. Also coming off is Ormston. And then we're just waiting for the last one to see who's coming off.
Come on, please!
And the last one to come off is Spooner. It's a bit of a surprise. He's actually the liveliest player in the last 2 minutes since they've gone down. That's Jay Errington placing him. But Stockbridge will have to be much better than this when Bradford Park Avenue brought free, as the rain is just chucking itself down again. Ball goes long, headed away by Gascoigne and then flicked over the top, and no one's going to challenge for that as it goes back to Townsend. He takes his time to pick it up, but does eventually after being put under some pressure. Looks like Ndweni has switched to the right wing, with Errington taking the centre forward role for Ashington. Ball going forward. Morris knocks it onto Reslak. He switches it over to the right to O'Connor. O'Connor going forward. Pass through looking for Morris. Morris might get to this first. He takes it beyond. Has he been taken out? Penalty kick steals. He's been taken out by Staples. Now there's no Alex Hardwick on the bench, so we will see a new penalty taken. This is not probably the best conditions to take the penalty in this pouring rain. It's Alex O'Connor will be the man to take it. Someone who is yet to score this season, but will have an opportunity. There's no booking for Staples. It was too far out wide for that. So a big opportunity for Alex O'Connor. Did score in his shootout. Out. That shootout loss. The only one to score in that shootout loss. Here comes O'Connor, taking the penalty, sends the keeper the wrong way, and the Steels lead 2-0. It was a lovely penalty from Alex O'Connor. He's tucked it in the bottom corner. And the Steels have made their path to 3 points a much easier one. And a very wet fan base behind that goal. Look like they don't care about the rain at all. And we will see Ashton get underway very shortly. Danny Deakin is going to head off now at the goal scorer from the first, and Ash Butterworth will replace him. And there'll be one final substitution for Ashington. Wilson Neeshaw is heading off. He's replaced by Eddie Thomas. Ball not forward, and got me looking. Hernandez has won it there. He's trying to get past man, but then it will go out for a throw into Stocksbridge. We are in the 86th minute here, 2-0, 4 minutes to go. And ball goes forward, but then just goes right out of play. Will be an Ashington throw in. It's not over yet. That's the thing we do have to say. This game is never over until the final whistle blows. And the ball does eventually go out. Tinker will get this throw in. Good goal man after that penalty went in, going boom, go on Alex. Ball goes long. Hernandez flicks it on. Reglak will fight for it, but Allman just heads that one out of play. Will be a throw in on this left hand side for Stocksbridge. Will be a massive 3 points to the Steels. This, if it stays as this scoreline, it will take Stocksbridge to 4th in the table and back into the playoffs. Ball goes long. Butterworth just monitors it. Hernandez tries to get a touch, but it then goes out for an Ashington throw. Launched forward, but Butterworth gets the head onto it. Turner tries to get the next touch. Reglak is the one who does so though before it is cleared away by Clark, and it goes all the way out down that right wing and out, and it will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Stocksbridge is going to make Jay Harrington go fetch it before they take it as well. Jack Tinker is not been rushing this. Tinker with a throw. Launch it downfield, but well read by Clark, who knocks it forward, and it is just going to go back in the box, but before Gascoigne can get onto it, Townsend does, and he jump falls onto the floor with it as well. The Ashington fans, to their credit, still making plenty of noise despite being 2-0 down. As Clark heads it away, goes into the middle. Butterworth has got it now. Back to Tinker, who knocks it forward. Hernandez and Morris will chase. Morris earning that penalty earlier. And Butterworth goes in for the 50-50 with Clark, and it goes Ashington's way for a throw-in. Sent downfield. Tinker goes beyond him. Goes beyond Ndweni though as well. And Iggulden can't get a clean foot onto it. And just slicing it out. Still a chance for Ashington if they get a goal soon. The ball goes forward, then ricochets off at Ashton, but actually Tinker took the last touch. Will be another throw to the home side as thrown in by Kamada. Into the middle it goes. And then Hernandez is fighting for it, trying to come away. Hernandez will come away with it before being knocked down, and he gets the free kick. I think Clark with the foul. So back Townsend will take this free kick now. Taking his time with it, as you can imagine, the experienced goalkeeper. By the way, in the Sheffield Senior Cup match, Answorth have beat Uterbridge 4-1. That's actually quite impressive for Uterbridge, I'd say. As the sunlight is blinding us now when we turn to our left. Ended up spinning out that ball for a Ashington throw. Back into defence, goes back to the right to Kamada as he gets tackled by Reglak, and it will come off. Kamada last for a throw-in. Another local scoreline to tell you about is that Rossington have drawn 2-2 away at Fackley. Tinker will have the throw. Thrown to Hernandez, who takes a touch in the corner flag now. We'll get back to Tinker, who's going to go back to that corner flag. Tried to play it for a corner, but it ricocheted away from him now. They have got it away. Goes to Errington, but he's been tackled by Tinker, who knocks it back to Hernandez, who tries to put it in the middle to Turner. Finds Tinker behind him. Back to Butterworth, who will look to switch it, but no one's really there for the switch with Charlesworth back in a more defensive role at the moment. And It's cleared out to Johnson. Johnson will go forward with it, blocked by Charlesworth, but then won by Clark, who's going forward with it, gets it to Johnson, back out to left to Exley. Johnson, who knocks it over the top, goes all the way to Thomas, who tries to find Gascoigne, but Charlesworth clears it, and out of there it goes. There will be 5 minutes added on in this game, so 5 minutes for the Steels to hold on to this 2-0 lead. But we'll knock it, we'll get it over there ready for this throw-in. We are in that 90th minute now. Throw it into the middle, then goes to number 14 Clark, and then switched, but Wayne, well read by Tinker, stood on the ball for a second before clearing it away with the right, and Nandes can't get onto it though, and it goes out for a throw-in. That looks like a very damp and soggy pitch at the moment. As Kamada throws it downfield into the middle, but goes under the foot of Gascoigne. Well in by Hernandez, goes to Turner, back to Townsend it goes, who will send that upfield. It gets caught in the air. It's obviously much windier down there than it is in the stand. Headed back into the box where Townsend will take the touch and now will pick it up. 91 minutes have gone of 95 minutes. That has been allotted. Townsend taking his time here before sending it forward, right-footed. Both Butterworth and Morris will go for it, but in the end it's gone now to Ndwini on the right wing. For Hernandez goes in with an arm in the back, and it will be a free kick. 92 minutes have now gone in this game. Just back with Kamada into defence now with Almond, who comes forward onto left to Exley, back to Staples, takes touch, and it goes to Williams and back to Almond, and right-footed will send it forward looking for Ndwini, takes the touch, goes into the middle, but Hernandez reads that, gets on the ball, and right-footed launches that away. Exley should have this covered, and he will just allow that to go out for a throw-in. Back into defence to Almond, and all the way back to Staples, a familiar sight. As it goes forward to Williams now, Ashington with just 3 minutes to get back into this. As they switch it over to the left wing, and Charles had slipped for a second, so got the ball maybe when they wouldn't have normally got, as Johnson comes forward to Exley. Ashton have got men forward, clipping the ball into the box, and then headed not far off from Eddie Thomas from that flicked on header, but out for a goal kick. It'll be a goal kick as we enter the 93rd minute of the 95. And Steels just look to close this one out. Armforth Welfare lost 2-1 to Selby Town today. Maltby Main lost 6-1 to Brig. Club Fawn Colliery won 3-0 against Louth. Dundee District were 5-2 against Ilkley. Dronfield lost 3-2 to Horbury, as in the end Gresham can't flick that on, and Ashton do return it to Ndwini's going to try and touch it down. Does it? Holds it down really well, Ndwini. Before end up dribbling out of play, but Butterworth's done a bit too much, and it will be a foul. Woodsborough's won 3-2 against South Leeds, and in the South Yorkshire derby won 2-1. And I do want to point out that Wakefield have won 8-0 against Yorkshire Amateur. So free kick, a chance for Ashton to get the ball into the box. Kamada to take, the former Dunstan man. Puts it all the way in. It's a good looking ball, but headed away, and on the edge of the area, Almond collects it back to Gascoigne, and he will switch it over now to Kamada, who tries to find Ndwini, gets him in the box, back to Kamada, looking to turn out to the pressure, does do so, finds Gascoigne, who's got space, puts a good cross in from the right, and then Almond with the header puts it over the bar. And it's so it will be a goal kick there. Almond just couldn't get his head over it. And it will go out, and that probably will be very soon to be in it. Just a minute to go now of added time. And the Steels, on their longest away trip of the season, look like they will be taking all 3 points back to the Stocksbridge, which after a dramatic coach journey up here. It's been very, very appreciated. Headed behind by Gascoigne and then knocked up into the air by Exley. Butterworth will fight for it. Touch away, but only gives it to Ndweni. Knocks it forward. Eagleton looks to Reed and clears it away. Caught a bit in that air, and Morris come back to try and fight for it, but goes back to Charlesworth, and he's clearing it. Blocked down by Gascoigne, but ends up spinning out for a Stocksbridge throw. And we have gone past, and we are now beyond the 95 minutes, so full time should come any second now. Back with Charles with this throw-in. Who's going to get jeered by an energetic Ashington crowd over in the shed end. Launched down and headed right back before it's cleared away by Turner. Almond will head it right back, and then O'Connor hits forward and then flicked on and going to go all the way to Staples, but Reichlak will challenge for it before Staples clears it away. Owen heads it back, now goes to Butterworth, and that will be it. So Stocksbridge Park Steels have won it. The second half performance working for them this time. Danny Deakin tucked one into the bottom corner, a tidy finish from the midfielder before Alex O'Connor scored from the spot to seal the 3 points in Stocksbridge's first ever win over Ashington. So thank you very much for everyone who has been listening today and everyone who's made it up to the game. We'll hopefully make our way back in less dramatic fashion than we made it up here today. Thank you much, everyone. We will see you all on Wednesday night for the Sheffield Senior Cup against Dennerby Main. We'll look forward to that one. I've been your commentator, Adam Allcroft. Thank you very much. Good evening and good night.